Hey guys, on this activity, you're practicing your division. So I wanted to show you guys two examples, one with a one-digit divisor and one with a two-digit divisor. Now remember from class, when you're dividing now, you should not have any remainders. So your answer then becomes a decimal. So pay attention to this video very closely so it can help you solve the following problems on your Nearpod. So let's start with the one with just a one-digit divisor. So you start by asking yourself, can 8 go into 2? If you wear a size 8, can you fit a size 2 shoe? No, you can't. So always place a 0 or an X. Everything has to be lined up perfectly. So now we're seeing if 8 can go into 25. Yes, because 25 is bigger than 8. So now I need to write out some multiples of 8 until I get to 25 or close to it. So I have 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah, 32 is too much, so I'm going to use 24. And that is the 1, 2, 3, third multiple. 3 goes on top. I'm left with 1. Bring down your next number. Can 8 go into 10? Yes, it can go in there one time. So I do 10 minus 8 because that's my first multiple. It can only go in there one time. I get 2, but I don't have any numbers left to bring down. But remember, we don't have remainders anymore. It just turns into a decimal. So we add our decimal into our quotient, and then we just add a 0 next to our remainder. So now we're looking at 20. And 8 can go into 20. If I look at my multiples, 16 would be best. So that's 2 times. So I'll do 20 minus 16. And I get 4. You keep adding zeros to your remainder until you can subtract and get 0. So I'm trying to see how many times 8 can go into 40. And it can go into 40. Well, let me add another multiple. It looks like exactly 5 times. So my answer is 31 and 25 hundredths. Okay, but let's practice with the two-digit divisor just because it's a larger number, and sometimes when we have a larger number, we can make minor errors. Okay, so same process. Can 16 go into 3? No, it can't. So either put a 0 or an X. Now we're seeing if it can go into 30. Okay, well, let's add the next multiple of 16. If you don't know off the top of your head, that's just repeated addition. So 16 plus 16, the next multiple is 32. And that's too much. So we're just going to use that first multiple. 16 can only go on there once. So we're going to do 30 minus 16. And I get 14. Wow, 140. So I need to write out some more multiples. Okay, let's see how many I can do in my head. The next one, 48. I need to do repeated addition. Okay, I have 64. And I'm just going to keep doing that repeated addition until I get there or close to it. Division requires a lot of work. Okay, I got past 140. So I'm going to use this multiple, and that's my 8th multiple. So I'm going to do 140 minus 128, and I get 12. But once again, you cannot have a remainder, so we add that decimal in our quotient and just place a 0. And luckily, we have all of these multiples written already. So all we have to do is look and see which one is close to 120 or exactly 120. And we should use 112 because 128 is too much. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll put 7 up top and do 120 minus 112. And we get 8, but once again, add another 0. You have to keep going. And it looks like 16 can go into 80 exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So our division is done. So our answer for this one is 18 and 75 hundredths. Okay, most of the work comes from your multiples. Okay, you need to do the repeated addition. Do not try to list out multiples in your head. I even had to do repeated addition. Okay, so just remember, no remainders. You add that decimal in your quotient and then just continue adding zeros onto your remainder until it evens out. You will get your answer. It will even out. Okay, I hope this video was helpful and it jogged your memory from the things that we did in class. Just make sure that you're doing the work on a separate sheet of paper or on the Nearpod space if that is enough, and make sure I can see what your answer is clearly on each Nearpod slide for each division problem. Okay, thanks guys, bye.